Try to refresh myself. It's been a couple days, but it's not like I did a ton anyway, so not much to really refresh. We're back out here, Plaza of Devotion. So let me just do a quick recap. Badge, obviously, some rights information. We've read through this multiple times. The biggest thing I'm curious about is this. Somebody escaped from a penitentiary and there's a prison up at the top in the mountain. So that's going to be a big plot point. I don't know exactly how it's going to tie in, but that seems like a huge piece of information. Nobody's really mentioned it or talked about it as far as the characters, but I do feel like that's going to be a big deal, so I'll keep that in the front of my mind. This is going to be one of those can't traverse, like, alibi type things. So the criminal will say, oh, I couldn't do the killing because it was frozen, so I couldn't traverse that area. So they'll use that as proof, and then you'll somehow disprove it. I can already see where those things are going. Bladed weapon, I have a very strong feeling it's not going to be the dagger used on the right. It'll be something different. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's a guess I have. It just seems too obvious that it would be the exact weapon that's talked about. I'm not really sure what this is about. Prayer flags have been sewn together into a long banner. I'm not sure what that is about. That guy was maybe doing something fishy behind their back, the victim. Curtain around, isolating it. Just to show that it was an enclosed area, so only Mai could have done it. Shoveled out snow and lantern with a broken wind guard. So that's supposedly a major crime. Rafa was freaking out about it, so we'll keep that in mind. Letter we found at the inner sanctum. Giant bloodstain makes it impossible to read in full. But it did let me read it in part, so I guess I have to just remember that myself. It doesn't really tell me there. My guide, industrious young man, is both a monk and a guide. But yeah, we know all these. We've read these. We haven't really talked to this guy because he's been down there the whole time. I guess he couldn't have done it because we were watching him here. Oh, I guess we passed out though, so unless we get some faulty testimony from somebody else. They're still praying. Yeah, 2 days, Phoenix. They've said that like a million times. Shouldn't be surprised anymore. Religious devotion of our people is the pride of our kingdom. Come what may, they will continue to pray until tomorrow afternoon. And they wouldn't even know what happened because they've been praying the whole time. Come what may, they will continue to pray. Oh, look, she got some bars. She's rapping. I'll say this. This level of devotion is certainly to be respected. Find Emma, our favorite character. Not really, but she's better than the other partner. You there, wait. Okay, he's the killer. That's it. That's him. I want to ask you something. Do you know me? And do I know you? I don't see why you'd know me unless it's from the news of the last case. Strange guy. You can't see his face on account of his beard. Pretty suspicious, yeah. They make it a little bit too obvious. Never seen you. You just seem familiar. It just his mannerisms and stuff. It must remind me of another character. Maybe a little bit of Meekins in there. I think he's acting like he's not stupid or energetic like this. He's just trying to throw me off or something. So I've examined everything here pretty thoroughly, haven't I? Seems like it. Look like anything new, so we can talk to him, we can present stuff to him. Where can we go? Let's just recap on that. So we've explored that as much as we can. Maya wasn't done being questioned or whatever, I don't think. We did that. So we could go see Maya possibly. Let's talk to him first, I guess. What does he think of attorneys? Do you hate them too? My head. I don't get what's so funny about that. Okay, he says the same thing. He must react to something. Look at that twitching of his mustache. Some look very suspect. Or is he gonna be like the detective character? Well, I guess Emma's already gonna be that. But Emma's too good of a person, that's the thing. You need someone who you're not sure about their intent to make it more interesting. Emma would make everything very cut and dry. She doesn't make mistakes like Gumshoe, and she doesn't have ulterior motives like anybody else, Wright or something. Maybe that is gonna be what he is. Why does he have like a Wild West bandana type thing too? He definitely looks like a cop because he's got like those ammo pouches or whatever they're supposed to be. He looks like somebody official. But he's not behaving official. Who you are. Yeah, it certainly looks like he's carrying. What are those, like lizards? Iguanas? I don't remember what I'm supposed to do. It's very important. But she doesn't know him. I mean, why would he be here if he wasn't? Yeah. Can't see his face clearly, so that's gonna come back to be some sort of secret reveal. Well, what? A member of the Ginyu Force or something? Yeah, good one. I can second that one. Sometimes she's pretty funny with her sarcasm. Yeah, he's gonna be some kind of major character. Just some random crazy guy. But the fact that he's fully animated means he can't be so random. He could be the final boss of the whole... He's not going to be, but... I like this remix version of her song. It's almost a little bit too much, though. You invested the crime scene, so did we. Oh, don't say that, Phoenix. He's gonna have some dark secret. Oh god, they all say that. Moving on. Moving on in what way? Yeah, we've never seen that. Like, this is the one thing I hate about Phoenix is like, well, I guess he's not intimidated yet, but like, why would you be intimidated? Do they know who this guy is? He beat Manfred von Karma, who's undefeated for 40 years, in a hopeless case. Like, dude, this is nothing for him. Yeah, you're Phoenix, right? You don't give up. Luminol? Fingerprints? Good old, oh, that's refreshing. I like you a lot. Very nostalgic. Is this the first time you've gotten to use it? I was gonna say, is this the first time then I get to use Luminol since the original game? Since Rise from the Ashes? Because I don't remember it in Apollo Justice or anywhere else. Of course it came in handy before too. Copy of the crime scene photo. Okay. This is what it looked like after the murder. Okay. Shows the high priest's body, shoveled out area of snow, and a lantern broken wind guard. Okay, so we can finally talk to her. Let's double check that thing. Where'd it go? Wait. Huh? Oh, here we go. Okay, so that's his body, that's the garb. He's like kind of half under his own blood. Or the water, whatever that is. It's like a pool of blood. That's the same thing we had, the lantern. So that one's new, the first part is new. I think she's probably pretty used to it. How many times has this happened to her by now? Yeah, no shit you are. And Holiness is a real slave driver. Prosecutor. He seems pretty nice though, but how come everyone's like so subservient to Emma? Like, even their own police were just doing whatever she said without question. But you can do the same to your subordinates. Glimmerous fob. That was Clavier. Rid of that grating. Bling loving Europhile. Bling loving Europhile. Who's that? Bling loving. I don't know who that is. Wait, what? What could he be talking about? Dual Destinies was Simon Blackwell. I don't know. Oh no. Okay. So now we'll talk to Maya, and then we'll probably have like one more section of investigation at least. And she's doing fine. Well, then why'd they hire her? Why'd the prosecutor hire her? Or tell her to come here? If she didn't even want to come here, she was forced to by him. To have him arrested. You have that kind of authority. Like it's oh, you're name dropping Edgeworth. Okay, I can respect that. And you have a soon to be master of Kurain channeling technique. Well, he wasn't for a little bit there, but he's just gonna appear for case 5 again, like the other game, the old Destinies. You're gonna speak with that woman, Maya. Yes, she is a woman now. Thanks for reminding me. Oh god. Yeah, you should have more confidence in your system here. There's nothing new to examine, I'm sure. I don't know why I keep thinking, but sometimes it does let you. Like Phoenix comments on his mood and how it reflects in the pool or something. Weird like that. I don't think there's anything new really here. Only thing that changed was this. Yeah, we've heard this before. Yeah, okay. Let's go to detention center. Let me just go here, see if a text box pops up, like if I miss something. Kind of doubt it. See what? Now he'll say something different about the water. He's done that like twice. Okay, now. This music is different though. Is it? Huh. I don't think I've heard this music yet. Okay, let's go see Maya. Alright. See what Maya has to say. Familiar conversation. Familiar environment. Yeah, I believe you, dude. It's never you. Should have like double jeopardy on all murders. If you're accused of murder twice and you're innocent twice, even in unrelated cases, you should never be able to be accused again. 2 times is a charm. Oh yeah, who would have thought? Every player of these games ever would have thought. Nothing to say? It is kind of your fault because you should have just said, no, I don't want to do the ritual. Whenever you're alone in a room with somebody, this always fucking happens. Whether it's your fault or not. It's true, it has been a while since this happened. Yeah, that's what you should be saying. You should be confident. Yeah, that's it. Haha, so funny. Yeah, so it's no shock anymore. It's not impressive or dramatic or anything. Well, didn't she already talk to the... She seems very scared of her. Yeah, that's completely fair. Phoenix talks so casually with her, and she lets him. Of course, she won't be able to remember anything. We know how this goes. She was knocked out or unconscious or something. Did we get any new profiles? This guy who we don't know who he is. Examine. Nothing new, right? You can ring the bell, but that just ended in us getting scolded. Yeah, we've seen that. Really? We already did it, dude. And she wasn't here to tell us. You already got yelled at. And nothing even happened this time. So how do you feel about me being a lawyer? Your lawyer at that. Badge back. We haven't seen each other since then. I'm sure they called about it or something and talked. Yeah. Wait. Oh, we already talked to her outside. I was gonna say, how come that's a familiar piece of dialogue? We already showed it to her at like the gate before the ritual. Yeah, we've heard this. Okay. That was hers. I took it. $2 fee for something. I haven't heard this stuff. Presenting things left and right. Back to the good old days. Present something else, Nick. That's the perfect match. Phoenix loves shoving stuff in her face, and she loves Phoenix shoving stuff in her face. Words of the accused. Well, you should really be the prosecutor with that mindset. That's what Edgeworth said. The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. Okay, I've seen that. Can't present profiles. Right, you couldn't do that in Dual Destinies either, I suppose, but... Whoops. Didn't kill the High Priest, blah blah blah, same thing. We know you didn't, Maya, we know. Seems like there's very few cases with 2 days of trial in them. Like, if you think about Dual Destinies, obviously case 1 didn't, case 2 did. Case 3, I think, did. Then the last case, technically, didn't because it was split like between cases 4 and 5. And then this game, I was almost positive case 2 would have a second day, but it didn't. So it seems like they've compacted them. They want to make them less drawn out in terms of days. Did we show her everything? I forgot. Let's just double check. She just says, oh, I didn't kill, I didn't kill. Like, you don't need to say that. You don't need to convince Phoenix. Phoenix trusts you unconditionally. We know you didn't. Imagine if she did do a plot twist. She actually killed somebody one time. So she wasn't even like channeling or anything while doing it, right? This isn't so much about spirit channeling. Will we get to see Mia again? Or like I said, is there a shelf life on bringing back souls from the dead? That's the biggest thing you'd miss about Maya, is not being able to see Mia. Like, when was the last time it was in Trials and Tribulations? It was a long time ago, regardless. Alright, let's actually talk to her. Okay. But did you actually dream of it? Because we've had that come up before, where Edgeworth dreamed that he killed his father, or Athena thought she killed her mother or whatever. Yeah, let's not go down that route. Popular figure, important figure. Okay. Stop saying foreigner. Don't make me go on my tangent again. You're not a foreigner. Well, don't put your fists up like you're gonna fight somebody. We're gonna dig up some dirt on him 100% though. He was doing something fishy behind the scenes with that donation thing and with that, what was it? The little torn up stuff. Something was going on with that. Enjoy meals with his family. There's something to do with family too. Like, his family is allowed to do the ritual or have the key or something. They kept mentioning that for some reason. His family, so. Oh, she's a good cook. That's good. Why? Did she... No, you shut her down pretty good there. Was she in spirit channeling form? You probably were drugged. As usual. I think Morgan Fay drugged you too, right? Of course. That's not really how channeling works, though, to our understanding. You don't just get possessed, you have to do it, and then once you do it, you might get taken over, like the eeny meeny theory, meeny miny, but that doesn't, you should know better than that. That's not even how it works, dude. According to the series' own logic. Extended vacation in reality. Okay, dude. You're the master of the family, though. I guess Pearls could still be the master. Because Morgan we haven't seen, your mother's gone, so it would have to be you. A neophyte practitioner. Her bloodline invented the technique. Ami Faye, same name. Outsider, even though you're part of the family that founded the technique. She's not a faker, Phoenix. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, just show her. Summon me real quick. Wait, she doesn't want her to know for some reason? But why? Your last name is Faye. I don't know about that, dude. I wonder why she wouldn't want that. Maybe she'd make them look bad with how much better she is at it than they are. There was something strange. Please tell us whatever you want. Why wouldn't I believe you? We've been through this before. That spring with the blood. Warbad statue, Bod statue. I don't know how you pronounce that. Dark red. It was dark red before? Before or after? Yeah, okay. I caught on to that quicker than Phoenix. Already read before he was killed. Maybe it was supposed to be that way? Or did he kill somebody else too? Which he said clearly it was before. No, that's the big point. You can easily prove that somehow. I'm sure we'll be able to prove that. Of course it is. Water in the spring was already stained red. But he wasn't dead. So it was from something else. You think they could test whether it's blood or not? It's gonna turn out to be something different. Okay, that's pretty clear. I like that. It's a very solid piece of testimony. That should help us a lot. Very clear. Oh, she is royalty. Found this at the intersanctum after I came to. Oh god, not symbol. Symbols always throw me off. We need a translator. Stamp on the far left. Does it look familiar? It was what somebody was wearing on their head? Mark of Lady Kira. Yeah. Do not perform the rite. I know what you are planning. Lady Kira. Wait, Maya can read it? Maybe she's been here long enough. Wait, what is this though, and when did you get it? And then why didn't you listen? At least we're saying pretending and not acting like there's actually some supernatural force. Oh, it's for the priest. Wait, but what is that thing that we just looked at? I'm sure I'll get it in my evidence, but... A letter. Oh, after she came to, she found the letter. Okay. But shouldn't the police have found it too, then? Ah, too many legends. The dagger being eyed. It's not gonna be the murder weapon. It's not gonna be the real one. Dude, you just said pretending. That's one thing I'll defend about the series is they typically don't go for something as stupid as that. Just a really good actor. Supported behind the scenes by the government. At least she's being serious now. Before she was accused of murder. That didn't last long. Stepladder argument. Oh shit, that was a good way to have it. Did Phoenix say that out of force of habit, or did he say it jokingly, knowing that she really has outgrown? Oh my god. Self-awareness. Show that you're slightly more mature. Yeah, we've heard about it. Yeah. Yeah, no shit. No, the other one, Phoenix. Isn't that the whole point? The whole point of the case, dude. Oh, see that they're revealing my theory here. Loves the kingdom. Do you know something, Rafa? Is she an inside agent being secretly pushed and supported? This sounds like propaganda. Such a patriot would never slay the high priest. I don't know if that's natural. That sounds kind of forced. The government's in on it. After he ignored their warning, so he gave them a chance. Oh, yeah, right. Who, she forged it? She is just a kid after all. Why wouldn't you? What the fuck? Don't do that shit. This is the annoying witness category number 77. Keep track of how many times this happens every playthrough. So you hid evidence from the police, which would actually benefit your case if you just let them find it themselves. Because it points to someone else threatening and coercing the victim. So you hid it. Oh my god. Why is everyone a moron? But that's not your problem. Holes in a row. Good catch. I didn't really see that the first time, actually. Some sort of a... I guess I saw it very briefly, though. Some sort of a message. Oh, yeah. You know it's going to be the second day of trial, Phoenix? It appears to be from Lady Kira to the High Priest. There are holes and rows of 3 all over it. Is that going to be it? I'm sure we have to do more investigating. That would be a super short day of investigating. Appears to be... So we have the holes in a row with all these symbols, which are going to be confusing as hell. I know what you are planning. So it's like he was up to something nefarious behind the scenes, the victim. So the vigilante's doing it for a good reason. What's that? She wants to protect me from all the negative hatred towards lawyers, so she's trying to protect you. Dude, after everything we've been through, that's not gonna happen. That's the way they raise the stakes for someone as accomplished in Phoenix. Okay, dude, we're not in Kansas anymore. Yeah, if you were willing to put your neck on the line for Albie, somebody you just met, you could obviously do it for Maya. I guess the case is harder, quote unquote, so that's why. Yeah, one because of your faith, not because of your ability. All aboard the okay, laying it on a bit thick. A little bit too much. So she went from saying, don't defend me, I don't need a lawyer, to, yeah, you're defending me, wow, amazing, in like 2 lines. I don't need a lawyer, and I have the act, and then she's on board. It didn't take much. Is this gonna be day 1 of trial already? Phoenix doesn't have bravado, dude. He has dumb luck, but a lot of experience, too. I don't like the sound of it either, and for an entirely different reason. Why wouldn't you know that? But she gets really embarrassed when she doesn't know stuff. It's one of her endearing character traits. I kind of do like her, but... Motive? He's doing something bad behind the scenes. With that tied up, stitched together flag somehow ties into that. Yeah, but we wouldn't know who. Albie? Go to the temple? Do you have anything new here? She just... Dude, who are you to say that? Yeah, she's kind of like you. Good point. She acts a little bit like you. But you can get away with it because you are only 14. You already did ask. Even if that was true, why not just do it the proper way? I don't even mind that assertion, like, okay, she really did do it. But let's just do the best we can. Everyone deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Which, of course, this country doesn't believe in, for some reason. I am interested to hear more about this story. I think this will be the case where they explain that backstory of why they hate defense attorneys so much. Like, something happened in the past, some member of royalty was killed, and some defense attorney got them off for that assassination attempt. Something like that has to be, it has to be something strong that made them hate them so much. So what's new here? I think most of this is the same. Let's just double check. This is new, but it's the same thing. She just insults me. Alright. If you were a bit older, I might not mind you talking down to me, but it's just weird having a 14-year-old do it. Why is that warning letter comprised of paper cutouts? Oh, that's pretty smart. Yeah, I'm sure you do. We said the same exact thing. What they're saying is like a third world country? Oh, so that's a new area we haven't been to. Why do I feel like there's always something at the temple? Where did Albie go? See if he said something different this time. Music's different. I think this is pretty much it. We've looked everywhere. Whoops. We've looked everywhere pretty thoroughly. It's not too cryptic yet. May 10th. Korean Bazaar. Nice animation on that bowl. Probably that same guy. That is what a freedom express is. Hi. Yeah. That's pretty good. It took her that long, huh? Just keep distracting her with words she doesn't understand. Yeah, so do we. Why does she look so tall now? I do like all these animations in the background. Like, just look at it for a second. You have the blinking of the dog on his head. You have that little ostrich looking thing on the side. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Is that like that warbod bird thing? And then you have some decorations kind of moving. Then you have the bull in the background. That's pretty cool. Definitely a new thing. I don't remember that much from Dual Destinies. So either it wasn't there or there was very little of it. Yeah, look how tall she is. She barely fits on the screen. They kind of show her from knees up. Well, that gives him a lot of reason to trust. Little monk. Yeah, wonderful pun. Wait, is Rafa a pun? I don't feel like she is. Or if it is, at least it's not super obvious. Rafa Padma Karain. No, I think that's just a name. Either way, it's not as annoying as some of these puns. No, just you, Phoenix. Okay, don't push it though. Just let that speak for itself. Don't push, don't poke the bear. You don't have to say that. We know it's true, but I mean, you know, the prosecutors are technically lawyers, quote unquote, too. Just in a different way. My failure at the hall. Oh, so she blames herself. Oh, that's kind of sad. So she's actually... At least that's good. She's taking responsibility instead of just blaming us for saying it. Shouldn't really do that in public. That's kind of a mature thing to do, to take responsibility. That she was at fault. If she had done a better job, that wouldn't have happened. She's like a cross between a prosecutor and a detective in the sense that she gets to testify what happened, quote unquote, and she's obviously on the wrong side every time, saying that, oh, they're guilty, just confess. I didn't think she'd be following you around like that, though. Oh, that's a nice view, though. So if I go back and forth between the temple and here, Phoenix will just pass out again. Is that like a mask store? Well, talk to the shopkeeper. Truth. So did he even know what happened with the... They must have called him with the case where Trucy was accused of murder, or that must have happened a while ago. Why do I feel like they were happening at the exact same time? Cases 1 and 2. Because, like, it makes sense. Phoenix is away, so that's why Apollo has to step up and be the big man and protect the family name, Trucy and whatnot. Which is kind of a cool moment for him. Yeah, it's a poster. We get it. Superhero. Looks like it's like a female superhero. Can't see too clearly, but it looks like a girl. Maybe not. It could be a young boy type of thing. I don't know what those are. Yeah, me neither. Okay, don't get greedy. What? So does that imply he eats a lot, or that the food isn't very filling? I'm not sure. I didn't know they were going to go the route of saying like, oh, it's a third world country without internet. He even joked about that old lady, Rafa's advisor, being the internet, like mobile internet. A walking encyclopedia. She got this bird. Is this the same kind of bird that we're talking about? Yeah, we know, dude. Yeah. The fact that it attacks people on sight? Oh, it's cry. So that might be a part of the case too. Okay. Check out this person. Got some info for me. Cow-like animal. I pointed to that guy standing there. That's not very nice, Phoenix. What's this cow-like animal? Wow, that's pretty common everywhere. Waste nothing. Okay, what do we got? So this counted as the bowl, even though it's nowhere near the bowl, right? Placement. I think I looked at almost everything. There's one more section there. We haven't really talked to anyone so far. I don't know what that is. Bun shop. Magataman. What is that? Oh, what? So you could have just bought them here and sold it for a profit. Can I like spin this thing around, or the camera? What can I be missing? Feels like I've looked at everything. You can talk to him. Probably just whatever the newspaper says. Vigilante. It's just weird hearing Rafa talk about him like that. Jailbreak. That's the first time they've mentioned it. You have it in your evidence, but he always acts oblivious. Vicious rebels that Kira had captured. Yeah, they made that point clear, so it couldn't just be any random person. Easily. So it'll probably be this crazy guy? I don't know about that, but he's definitely up to something. Escaped prisoner. He is a vicious fiend who serves as Dirk's right-hand man. Well, that's kind of a big deal. Gonna get some Dirk backstory finally. Prisoners, a former soldier. He wields a big scary knife. Maybe that's the murder weapon. Yeah, at the top, we saw it. I thought we saw it, right? From a distance. So is he gonna turn out to be the killer, or he's involved somehow? I guess he couldn't be the Kira person because he broke out like at the same time that it was happening, right? Let's see, when did it say? The 9th. Kira returns to battle rebels. The Wright can go on as planned. So it was the same day. So it could be it could be him. Oh, that guy could have been the escaped prisoner too then. I guess we don't know what he looks like. Oh, that's probably what it is. He's probably the escapee. Without any tools to speak of. Oh, he escaped. He must have fallen to his death. Maybe he fell and bumped his head and lost his memory, so he's that guy with the hair all over his face. What's that gonna be? Some terrorist activity? This is why they hate defense attorneys. See, I called it. And then the defense attorney got him off or something. That's pretty impressive, though. How do you just kill a queen? Apparently the security doesn't take it seriously enough. Bold and capable. I'm almost on their side, though. I don't like this country too much, no offense. I mean, wouldn't you be afraid of an escapee in general, no matter who they are? I don't know, government conspiracy. I thought we were going to talk to other people. So we went to the bazaar to just talk to Albie, who we've already talked to 100 times. We could have asked him this before. Something else. Like an arrow? Spear type thing? Trident? Arrow trident. Warbot arrow. I like that. I thought she was calling me boy for a second. Three-pronged arrow. Near his house. The police must have not searched his house. I don't know how that works in real life, actually. How much do they search the victim's house? Probably as much as the family and stuff consents. High priest's house. Oh, that just made me think. What if she's been the Lady Kira all along? Because they keep talking about family this, family that. What if it's his wife? Like, look at that line. That line basically says she is Lady Kira. Even though he usually plays her in the right, quote unquote. His wife is the one who plays Lady Kira. That could be a clue, like a subliminal suggestion that she actually is her. We saw everything here. I think we presented pretty much everything. Let me try. A warning. Nothing there. I doubt you'd have anything to say about that. Pretty much everything else we've already shown him, I think. Let's just make sure. Still feels like a short investigation day, like they're short on things for me to find. There must be a second day. But this whole area I didn't discover anything. He just gave it to me, but he could have given me that anywhere. High priest's house. Gonna be her, isn't it? I just immediately got that vibe. I mean, it doesn't have to be a woman inside the Kira costume, but... Well, let me look around first, or do I have to talk to her? I always like looking around first. A steel samurai. That's like a bounty letter. $3,000 or some amount. Is that Dirk? Or that's an escapee? Which further hints that she could be the vigilante. She's looking for him on her own. Why would a normal person have that? Just seeing if there's any... Look, that fire looks kind of weird. It's like so slow and like laggy. Is it supposed to look like that? Alright, we can't do anything besides talk to her. Let's see how she looks. Believe. Must be her. Is it gonna be a bad pun too? Believe. Like believe. This is the first time they've talked since then. Not like it happened long ago. Yeah, I'm already saying it's her. She did it. She's the Kira person. 100%. But maybe that'll be the twist. She might be Kira, but maybe Kira didn't actually kill this time. Maybe it was the prisoner or something. I'm not sure. She has to be it. The priest has come to visit us. She's talking with the picture. She's crazy. Oh, she has a veil. I was gonna say, why does it look like that? She can talk to the dead. Is she spirit channeling him? Yeah, as if talking to the dead is so strange to Phoenix. He's spoken to Maya a million times. Or I mean Mia. I can respect that. Okay, you're laying it on pretty thick. Just have Maya channel him for you. That's actually a pretty reasonable way of doing it. Instead of barring me from doing it altogether, which I imagine with her royal family connection, she could easily just prevent me from doing it. Who's gonna stick up for me? Nobody. Emma, I guess. The prosecutor seems pretty cool with it though, too. But it's nice that she's letting me do it so easily. Maya's friend from the States. Of course, the States of Japan. That's like an excuse to not answer questions. Oh, you don't know that. Were you in their bedroom? You can't speak to that. Alright, fine. It's not an excuse to talk, not to talk, especially when the trial's the next day. You don't get to have it both ways. A 3-day trial system, although I don't know if that's true here even. And you've done that before, Phoenix. She's dodging. Sign of guilt. Well, let's look around. Oh god, this is gonna get old really quick. Wouldn't you want to find out who the real killer is, though? Even though it's her? Her name is Believe in Me. That's the pun. How subtle and clever. Believe in Me is the killer. Widow of the victim. She usually plays the part of Lady Kira. They couldn't lay that on any thicker. If she fits the part, wouldn't she make a real one perfectly? Fit the real part perfectly? And he must be the escaped convict, 100%. So he didn't even get his name, so he could be anybody. Let's look around here. What is that thing of spikes on the ground? That's what I'm most interested in. Nothing new to talk about. Anything new to present? We kind of just did that, right? I don't know if we had a chance to present that. Okay, we did. Let's just examine. This might be the last section before the day of trial. Or we might have one more thing that we discover and we have to go back for. I always like that when that happens. We have to go back to the original. I don't like how that fire looks. We have to go back to the original scene after we discover something here. New to look for. Nice altar. Well, it'd be easier to tell if she had a face. The Twilight Realm is that... I don't know. No, Phoenix is just annoying like that. Really? Huh. Should have been a painting of it at some point. Can't know or don't know. Maybe she wasn't even real, so you're just not trying to create contradictions with how she supposedly looks. The less you say, the less you can get called on. That whole area is only one thing to examine. Something thrown out in the trash. Suspicious behavior. Oh, 3 rows? Where have we heard that? As if someone else couldn't have 3 holes in a piece of paper, though. Must be a threatening letter. It's a good way to deal with her. I guess Maya could translate for us because she seemed to know it. But she's not here with us this time. Maybe in case 5. I feel like case 4 is going to be another Apollo/Athena thing. Like they'll keep alternating back and forth. So case 1 is Phoenix, case 3, case 5, cases 2 and 4. Envelope was addressed to the High Priest, but it's empty. It has what we got. Yeah, no shit, it's the same one that letter came in. Addressed to the High Priest, there is no return address and 3 unusual looking holes are punched into it. So can I do like in Miles Edgeworth where you connect the 2 dots? Like, oh, did I look at this thoroughly? Resembles 3-pronged arrows once used by Lady Kira. Discovered. I can't look at it any closer. An envelope dressed. What do I think this is about, if I had to guess? Somebody tried to kill him, or he tried to dispose of it? I'm not sure. She tried to dispose of it. Envelope addressed to the High Priest. What if it's something really crazy, like the victim himself was the Kira stand-in, or like his wife and him would alternate? I don't fucking know. That's a little bit too crazy. That's like a Yatagarasu theory. Like where it's not just one. That was actually a pretty good twist too. The fact that it wasn't just one person, which explains some of the discrepancies. Addressed to the High Priest, there's no return address, and 3 unusual looking holes are punched into it. So if Phoenix had half a brain, he would make that connection. But they want the player to do it, I suppose. Okay, everything there is good. Let's look at the pictures. Is that her and him, or the parents or something? Justice Minister. Oh, that was after case 1, wasn't it? I almost forgot about him. Could she be the queen? Maybe. Is he gonna be like the final boss, the Justice Minister? I doubt the Queen would be, but maybe. It's gotta be somebody really high up like that. Poster of the mountains. Or the Justice Minister will seem like he's against us, but then he'll secretly be plotting to take down the Queen and all her evil misdeeds. And then ends up helping you like Courtney. Poster of the mountains. I'm coming up with too many theories right now. One of them is gonna be right. 2,298, 2310. Okay. I feel like this is important. Roof of Karain. But isn't the prison above that? Mount Pani Pani. Isn't that where we were? Like when they were all praying on the ground? Or is that something else? Are you just saying that, or do you mean it? This is gonna be important. I told you somebody's gonna be like using a zip line to get across these things. Some kind of ninja stuff. Okay, so there's a picture of that zealot guy. Some of these names, dude. That's the worst thing about this case so far, is just the names. So what is this? Looks like something an evil criminal vigilante would have in their house. Floor cushion. Well, I'm not from Korean, dude. I thought you might step on it. It doesn't seem that bad, but you can think of other uses for it. Okay, so this is the escapee, so that proves right there she's the vigilante. Why else would a normal person have that? I can't think of a single reason. That's our ball. Am I missing the pun? That's our ball. That's our ball. Okay. Senior member of insurgent leadership. Former paratrooper. Is that what it said? Of a foreign land. Wanted for crimes against the kingdom, considered armed and dangerous. Ex-military. So they could be building up, I think, a false notion that he could be Lady Kira stand-in too, because it keeps saying, oh, it's somebody capable. So he could be like a double agent, maybe? So that would be a good theory. His escape from the prison would coincide with the appearance of Lady Kira and the murder. So it could be him this time, it just wouldn't explain how he could have done all the other ones. So maybe it was somebody different and then he took over when he escaped. So like they let him escape on purpose, because they said he did it without tools and stuff. So they might maybe let him escape on purpose and struck like some kind of bargain deal. If you do what we say, we'll let you go kind of thing. I'm not sure. Something's an inside job here, I know it. Poster describing the prisoner mentions a sizable reward. $3 million. You shouldn't say that to her. So it's only in self-interest that you do it. I'm not really one of these people. Yeah, that's fair. You're just a visitor. You're a tourist. Worst kind of people. Okay, so the heights are gonna matter a lot. There'll be some cutoff, like, oh, after you reach 2300, you can no longer feel your own hands or something. I don't fucking know. There'll be some limitation. Oh, I keep misclicking, my bad. Wanted poster describing escaped prisoner. Okay, this is new. I haven't read this. That's our ball. $3 million. Senior member of his insurgent. Oh, it's the same thing. Contact authorities so they can cover it up for him, because he's working on the inside. This is a TV. Looks really bad. Oh shit, actually works. Oh god. Not the Steel Samurai thing again. Plumed Punisher. Based on Lady Kira. Why does everything have to be Lady Kira all of a sudden? Oh yeah. Knockoff series like Bollywood. Oh god. I don't want to see this anymore, dude. I thought that we were done with the fucking Steel Samurai shit. Not exactly the same. It's like a little refined. Right here in LA. Okay, we know this, dude. That's actually true. Well, there's a Steel Samurai bag right there. On that. On the ground there. Who cares? I mean, it's a knockoff, spin-off, whatever. Open those cabinets below. It won't let me. Is this a piece of art of some sort? It's that guy, Zealots. Oh. It's not that we're looking at. We're looking at the orb behind him. Oh shit. Good one. I like when she's sarcastic. She's actually pretty good at that. We can't look at the Zealot picture. Apparently. I guess I'm writing him off as a suspect, but we were passed out. So we'll come to realize that he left and nobody noticed because they're all praying. And did something. At least if Phoenix was there, you could say for sure he didn't move. So now we're left to assume that he didn't move. But he probably did. Yo, Samurai Patch. Be Maya's. Okay. Wait, there's still something else to examine. I'm not done yet. She's being suspicious. No one else would not want to talk. Even the killers always talk. You're being hyper suspicious. Leading the fifth already? You know I'm gonna get you in jail for life. For government conspiracy. What would he say? What's his catchphrase? If it would help, ask whatever you want. A little bit self-obsessed. It's interesting that Phoenix noticed that and pointed it out. Like, what does that tell you, Phoenix, that she called herself lovely? Why is that what stood out to you? I'm not done examining, though. So one more thing. No! Yeah, okay, I thought it was gonna stop me. That would piss me off. This thing, yeah. Somebody was cheating in a game of checkers. How could it be chess? Kachu Dema. Kearney's chess. Queen. Utter annihilation of your opponent. Well, how so? There's a special move. Well, tell me more and let me try an example of it. That's the kind of thing it should let you do. It should have like a mini game where you can play that yourself against Maya or something later. After we win the case. Why mention something like that if you can't actually do it? Alright. Let's see what we talked to her about. First, we can present everything. Did you know I'm a lawyer? Blah, blah, blah. Well, you just said to talk. Yeah, you should be pretty popular now because you're so successful. You're like a celebrity, dude. Imagine if you took down a chief of police and a corrupt prosecutor of 40 years undefeated. That's pretty legendary, dude. I'd be your fan. Her husband is the one who told her, ask anything you like. Just try everything. You never know what they're gonna say. What do you think of your dead husband's autopsy report? It's not like she doesn't know, dude. I like the husband more than I like you. This is gonna get stupid when she's in court. I mean, as if they let you do something like that. Grieving wife or no. I liked it better when there were 2 rows of evidence on one screen. This makes it feel good. So technically I only have 1 page, like each 2 pages is basically 1 page. I have like 1.5 pages. And it makes it look like more, just because it's spread out. Hold on. Did I do that one or not? I forgot. Alright, let's just try everything. Why not? Surely this is the last thing before the end of the... before the trial. There has to be another day of investigation. It couldn't just be this simple. There's no way. Yeah. Do you know anything about this? The blood water in the fountain, or whatever it is. Okay, that was outside your house. You want to tell me about that? You probably should have commented on that, if nothing else. It was outside your house. What do you know about it? Did you shoot that? Why do you have that? That's suspicious. Are you a vigilante or something? I'm sure you're up at night doing something different. I think she has other tools for that, Phoenix. Man, these names really suck, though. Any idea why your husband was killed? We kind of have an idea ourselves, I think, right? With the letter he got. It's the letter, so he was doing something nefarious behind the scenes that we don't know about yet, but I'm sure we'll discover. That's my suspicion. So the vigilante's after him for it, which is his own wife, apparently. Do not perform the rite, I know what you are planning. And he did it anyway, so... he was doing something shady, I bet. Everyone says he's such a good guy, we'll find out he wasn't. The only time in the whole series where they always say, oh, the victim or somebody was such a good guy, and he turns out to actually be a good guy, was Russell Berry. But he was killed by accident. But he actually was a good guy. In the end, he didn't do anything wrong. But like Jack Hammer, they say, oh, he's such a good guy. And then he ended up drugging Will Powers and stuff like that. So I don't believe he was a good guy after all. Or at least he did one bad thing or some bad things. Acting different or doing anything out of the ordinary? No, so she's denying it. But there was one thing. But you have a grudge. You're building him up. Think you had a grudge against him. What a surprise. Wait, do I even have that on me? Since when do I... That wasn't in my inventory. What? I didn't want to deal with this. Oh god, I don't like this mechanic too much. You don't need to tutorialize it, dude. You should be able to do this without the Magatama by now. You're an experienced lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Fuck's sake. Yeah. coax the truth. Yeah, it's called being a good fucking investigator, which you're apparently not still, after all those years. No one held a grudge, he was kind, same thing. Yeah, don't show me the animation, I just want to see if she said something different. I guess I don't really remember how it works as well. Interesting placement of the lock right on his face there. So she has 3 locks, so can I do it now, or do I have to go looking for something? Since it's the first one of the game, it's probably, you can just do it right away. She has a grudge herself, or... Why not just ask, are you the killer? Or are you Lady Kira? How about that? Then at least you'd see a side clock if there was some doubt. So we went from barely being allowed to talk to her because she's grieving, to now aggressively trying to coax information out of her with side clocks. She could just say, I don't want to talk to you, goodbye. A motive to kill him. Oh, so she's even insisting Maya did it. She should just say, I don't know. Even though she knows she's our friend. She's already coming across as evil, look at that. I have an idea who your killer might be. That would be Maya. I already told her she's my friend. Why would I think it's Maya? What is that? I mean, Kira obviously has the letter. So we're gonna accuse Kira instead of her, which is smart, but Phoenix hasn't thought that far ahead that she is Kira. But I have. So we accuse Kira of it. She'll get all defensive, no. But she doesn't really care, because she doesn't think you know she's Kira. So let's lay it on. That was pretty smart, actually. Everyone's talking about her. I know not of what you speak. Now, is she doing his voice while she's doing this? It seems like it, because it's in quotes like that. What, just the letter probably, right? This is the first one, so they probably make it pretty easy. You don't have to say Maya found it, then she'll say, oh, she forged it, blah, blah, blah. Have the police even seen that, dude? You're in a foreign land, they're not gonna let you get away with your usual antics. Will Phoenix actually have to register evidence properly for once in his life? For the first time ever? Because we have the letter to prove it. Maybe you should have burned that letter instead of keeping it conspicuously in the trash. Right here. I mean, technically that doesn't prove anything, but... What did the letter say? It has no return address? It's an envelope addressed to the High Priest. Could just say your husband. I mean, it doesn't prove that. She didn't have to say that. What nonsense is this? You prove the warning was delivered in this envelope. It's a good point. The 3 dot things. Do I have to present something for it? I still don't see... Dude, that's not how evidence works, though. It could just be too... I mean, it gives you probable cause to think it. It's just like... It's not really definitive. Even if it's in the same spot, like... You'd be better off saying, checking it for fingerprints and saying either her fingerprints or his fingerprints are on it. Because they probably are. The priest. I doubt he opened it with gloves or cared about it to that extent. Or wiped it, you know. In third. See, that's so subjective. But whatever, it's good enough for anecdotal evidence. Oh, I didn't make this connection. Phoenix is ahead of me on this one. I wasn't thinking about... It makes sense, but I didn't have this in my head. That the arrow did it. That did not occur to me. I was thinking, what could have made the holes? I didn't connect that. Okay. Why would you shoot the arrow into the letter? Yeah, but why did the arrow go through it? Husband on the point of this arrow. Oh, so she shot it at him? Okay, that's an interesting way of doing it. Okay. Easy enough. He kind of spelled that last one out for me. I'll give him credit there. It's me and Phoenix working together. What he doesn't get, I get. What he gets, I don't get. I should have like a counter. How many things do I get before Phoenix? That's actually an awesome idea. How many things do I get before Phoenix? That's awesome. Things does Phoenix get before me? So that was a definitive +1 for Phoenix. And I've gotten a few things before him. I can do that like for tomorrow's stream or something, but that's such a cool idea. The problem is I'll probably get everything and he won't get hardly anything. Because he always has to be slow for the sake of it. Ready to tell me the truth? No, I feel like taking a nap. I'm depressed. Warning was sent. But he was not an insurgent. Well, nobody said he's an insurgent. Who said that? You're saying your husband wasn't an insurgent? Does it say in the letter? It doesn't say that anywhere. No, nobody says that. Where does it say in there that... That's kind of a leap of logic, isn't it? I guess if Kira's after you, you're a bad person automatically, you're an insurgent. I guess they take Kira's word as law, even though it's a vigilante. Oh yeah, that... Isn't that a nice defense to use? Because I'm a rebel hunter most of the time, anytime I'm after anybody, it must be because they're a bad person, they're an insurgent. It couldn't just be that I'm also a criminal and I go after people for various reasons related to my misdeeds. What if they were just on to you, like he knew that she was Lady Kira and he was gonna announce it, so she killed him, which has nothing to do with justice or being an insurgent. That's a really bad... So you're using, just to be clear, you're using the Lady Kira vigilante person as a very credible source, that anyone they go after must be an insurgent. You're taking their word for it, a criminal vigilante. They couldn't possibly just be a bad person themselves. Nobody said they're a bad person yet, the vigilante. They've all said they're good. But nobody said he did that. Makes no sense. His good name should protect him from any such suspicion. Nope. I don't even know that he was. Maybe he just thinks, maybe she just thinks he was, or... I think it's for a different reason altogether. Maybe he was just on to her identity. Oh, you've asked her a lot already. Ask her in court when you're grilling her. I know more about the warning. 3 days before the purification rite. Already there. So you shot it with an arrow into his bedroom? How is that possible? I'm not getting the arrow aspect of it then. Didn't want to suspect your husband of being a rebel. Which is quite a leap of logic. If he's not a rebel, you should have nothing to fear. If only we had told, he'd still be alive. And you had these pictures ready? Like, why would you take a picture of him crying like that normally? You had these ready as if you needed them for when he died. Or is this some sick thing you used to do even when he was alive? Like, you have a split personality that's secretly your husband? Like, why do you have this thing ready? The other pictures make sense because they're just like normal everyday pictures, but this one's kind of weird. Why would you take a picture of someone crying like that? Yeah, let's go to court. We're good, let's go to court. I'm ready. Oh, you'll help me a lot more in court when I put you in handcuffs or the next day. But who cares about Lady Kira? It's obviously Lady Kira, but who is Lady Kira? That's the real question. That doesn't help us. Oh yeah, Lady Kira did it, but could be anybody. Maybe Maya is Lady Kira, which doesn't make sense, but... Yeah, but she's just a kid, dude. Have to go back again? What is that person's name? I want to know who this old lady is. Mother said what? This is like the Sheena effect from Investigations 1, where she brings laying the scroll. There was another character like that too. I forget. Mother said what? The queen wants you back? That's her will. Meritorious. Wow, she knows some big words. For a 14-year-old. You are to accompany me there at once. Don't bring that stupid picture to court. Why? You shouldn't want me there. All I'm gonna do is... First of all, that's kind of lowly work for you. Shouldn't you have one of your underlings that you trust watch me all the time? You shouldn't have to do it yourself as a princess, first of all. But second of all, the only thing I have to do is go to the detention center anyway and talk to Maya. How much more could there be? Shouldn't argue with the princess so much anyway, even if she's wrong. Oh, okay. Garan, Paris. Paris Palace. Why did I say Paris? Ooh, nice visuals. Couple gongs on the side. That's the queen and that legal... What's his title again? I forget. Chief Justice, I think. So I'm just thinking in my head, does this look like the face of a final boss of the game? Is she gonna be like the final villain? The only reason it would make sense is because they've kind of gone after the bigger targets sometimes, like a chief of police, an ambassador, somebody like that. So I would like it in that sense. Imagine trying to take her down in court. That would be pretty exciting. So I would like it, but it might be a little too obvious. Or it could be the Justice, but I don't think it will be. Wait, Phoenix didn't even say anything though. Prostrate yourself. Really? Why are you saying that? Shouldn't she be pissed at Phoenix? for embarrassing her princess daughter at the Wright, or at the trial. Her expressions don't really tell me much. She could be good, she could be bad. She has a little, like, 5% hint of sinister in that smile. Just 5% that I sense. It's hard to tell. Could be a fake out. I want her to be the final boss, though. That would be fun. I love taking down the big guns like Gant and Alba and stuff. Your Eminence, your words are wasted on a humble husband and I. Sniffle. Yeah, you should be pretty pissed at me, dude. Put me to death. Trying to sound like Red White here. You probably shouldn't talk much. Why am I even supposed to come here? I know they want to introduce the queen, but it feels kind of out of place. Something else half eating. How old is she? She doesn't look that old. Let's check some profiles. Oh, she's not even in there yet. The Prayer of Lament. This guy's interesting to me. Why do I feel like this guy is Dirk? Like, as soon as I saw him, I felt like, I guess the imagery of Dirk just kind of looked somewhat like him. His build, maybe? That seems like it'd be way too obvious, though. Don't see how that'll do any good. We've seen this guy in case 1 briefly. So Chief Justice Inga. Justice Minister Inga, okay. Who are you, buddy? You should know me. We talked in case 1. He's got like a cigar. He's got some armbands. He's got some jewels in his chest. He's got a badge right there. A cloak. Cloak/cape. He's got a nice suit. He's got an earring. Pretty nice design. Accused lobby. Brought my daughter down a peg or 2. Wait. Daughter? Huh? Wait, they're... Huh? That doesn't make sense. I didn't think of it that way. Huh. Okay, so the Justice and the Queen are married? Is that how it works? Or did that happen naturally? Like they were already in those positions? Or what? I don't know. Hughes is a good friend. What did you say? I forgot what you said. Somebody says, watch yourself and you want to ask them questions, you should just back off, dude. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant to say. Well, I'm not ready to ask you stuff. Well, I'm the most famous lawyer in the world, probably, so... I could probably afford that shit, dude. You won't let me look at anything? What do you think about me being a lawyer? You probably like it, I bet. Oh, so he just outright says that. So he can execute people at will? Interesting. I don't think he'll be evil per se. He seems a little bit too... It'd be kind of too obvious, you know? They wouldn't give him dialogue like that if he was just a bad guy. He'll be somewhere like in between, where you're never quite sure, but he's like, he'll end up helping you take down the queen. Does he not answer to anything? You're the one who asked to ask him questions, Phoenix. You could have just let this go. I think we're ready for court. How much more do we need? I don't think there'll be a second day. This has gone on a bit longer than I thought. Might be a one-day trial. I kind of prefer shorter days in court and shorter investigations instead of like one long day and one long day in court, but maybe that's just me. There's no real objective better or worse as long as it's good content. Like, this was a pretty well-paced investigation day, not too bad. We can't examine, we can't present anything, we just have to talk to him. Yeah, you don't really have to give him a heads up there. What if he just says, no, you're not allowed to be? What does he keep doing with that? Why does he keep doing that? Waste of paper, dude. Look at his face. That idiotic prosecutor filed false charges. That's a good way of defending it, at least. Now we have a proper prosecutor, sodomy guy. Yeah. And he's such a good prosecutor, he just lost to Apollo Justice without Phoenix even being there. Just keep that in mind. They've built this prosecutor up so well that you beat him with Apollo Justice before anything else. That's what just happened, by the way. I don't care if it's Manfred freaking von Karma back from the grave. Well. Yeah, it was the same way last time. Didn't bother me then, doesn't bother me now. DC Act. Defense Culpability Act. You know, Washington, D.C. I mean, from the player's perspective, it's the same thing. Because if you get your client guilty, it's game over anyway. So for me, it doesn't matter whether it affects Phoenix or not. Because it treats it like the end of the world anyway. It is an interesting way to raise the stakes, though. That is a pretty interesting question. Way to counter the dirty tricks of your trade. Like, but couldn't prosecutors do that too? From our experience, that's typically more common. At preventing dissent against prosecution. Garan administration. I don't see the connection between rebels. It just ensures a higher conviction rate, but it doesn't mean the right person's gonna get convicted. I don't see the connection. So if you try to defend a rebel and you fail, you go to jail too, is the point. Yeah, you don't look like a king though. You don't feel like a king. You don't come across that way. You seem secondary to her. You seem very much less impressive than her, like you're trying too hard. See, a true king wouldn't have to say they're king. She didn't have to say she was queen. She just is, and you could just feel it from her presence. You come off as like a try-hard. Like someone who's always saying they're alpha to try and almost convince themselves. I don't really buy this guy's whole thing. What did he say exactly? Made my job easy. They get what they deserve. You can cover things up. Or you can get rid of dissenters. Yeah, see, even Phoenix doesn't buy it. Even Phoenix isn't falling for your shit. That's how beta you are. Beta. I love that he said that. He backed me up. With lay majesty. How do you say that? I don't know. Low crime rate and a populace that lives in peace. Wonder how many people live here. Even without the DC Act, Dirk and his insurgent scum buddies' days are numbered. Why is that? But it's not like you have any allegiance to Dirk. Okay, don't let me in with them. I got nothing to do with them. I just got here. You'll say, oh, I'm working with them. I came from a different country, dude. White. You know what these are. Why is he calling me white? Oh, really? Orders of execution. Looks like you don't really pay much attention to what's on there. Oh, so you just get executed for a single murder? I guess I didn't catch that part if they said it earlier. You just kill people? Death penalty for single... So that means... Well, that's kind of satisfying then. That means whoever you get convicted guilty gets murdered themselves. They'll get killed. So did you execute that understanding guy from case 1? Phoenix is straight up killing it, literally. I mean, that's what we're here for. Can we look around? Lighten your workload. Oh, that's... Oh, shit. Good line, Phoenix. That is a sick line. I don't see the point of us coming here. I mean, as a player, I see it, but not... Like, why did she bring you here? I didn't even get to see it. He's gonna get executed tomorrow. I think this is one of those naive, innocent things, like when Francisca talks about Manfred, like, you don't know. She genuinely doesn't know all that there is to him. She maybe genuinely believes that. Mother and father. Well, it's not like I live here. But why are they then? Like, what's so special about this? Yeah, she's too innocent. Okay, can we end off and go to trial after that, please? Good day of investigation, but I didn't think it'd go on that long. It wasn't even that long, really, but... No, she's done it twice now. We had a lot of progress. Well, we always get the big guns from testimony. Was he a rebel insurgent? Yeah, she seems kind of... Yeah, send your subordinate the next time. Just have Emma watch me since everyone seems to bow before Emma. Okay, can't ring the bell again. A third time. Is she gonna say something different? I don't know why I'm even trying this. Let's just go to the end of it. What haven't we presented? I think we got up to here. I can't remember. Always good just to be thorough. She'll just say, oh, I didn't do it, I didn't do it. Letter, can you translate it for me? Weird that it doesn't tell you what it said. She told, the little girl Rafa told me the first time, but I don't know what she said. I forgot. It was a long time ago. Why would you want to stop the Wright? Only got the one. Good one. One outfit and nothing to change into. That's pretty funny, actually. Normally I don't like Maya's jokes. Maybe they've matured along with her. Yeah. They both said the same thing. Remember the good old days? Emma and Maya. And you might not think Maya or Emma has the right to say that, but considering that Rise from the Ashes was like the same length as the other 4 cases combined in the first game, it kind of is justified. There was a lot of that. Both ways. Why does Emma seem so much older than Maya, even though she's not? She's like maybe a little chubbier. Doesn't she just look older? She looks like huge, but Maya's older. Maya's kind of shorter, I suppose. Oh, because that's even part of her character. She eats the snackoos or whatever, so she got a little bit fat, I suppose. Just a thought, do you think the High Priest could have been a rebel? That's a pretty explicit way to say that. Probably shouldn't tell your theories like that. I have a feeling he's not even a rebel. It'll be something different. But maybe that's what Phoenix is going for. Maybe that was your master plan to get rid of her? High Priest doing something suspicious. This whole thing is like a setup just for Phoenix to be able to show off. What kind of extreme things can I overcome? A death penalty for my client? Death penalty for me too if my client's guilty? A complete system that's rigged against me? Like what more? What more do you want? Bring back Manfred von Karma from the grave to prosecute? He seemed unusually restless. Kept glancing up at the sky. So he was waiting for the prisoner to escape, or for Kira to zip line down there and kill him? But he knew something was going on. He was waiting for something. Oh, I think I just figured out what he was planning. I get it. I just came up with it. This is 100% right too, I bet. He's the one who broke out the prisoner who didn't have tools or anything. So when Kira says, where is it? Kira says to him, I know what you're planning. He's planning to break out the prisoner. So he succeeded, I think. It's that guy with the beard, but he got killed. So somehow he used the ritual as an opportunity to break out the prisoner. That's what he was looking for. Was a sign that he escaped or something? Or that he's ready for whatever plan he set in motion to... Oh, and maybe he used that. Oh, it's coming together. He used that thing here to like glide across or zip line across or something. I'm not sure how exactly that would work, but you could like put that on something and use it to like semi zip line. I'm not sure, but it does seem like they're aiming for that now. So he was a rebel helping the rebel escape from prison, whoever the right hand man of Dirk. That seems like a very good theory. Why is that? Yeah, she still didn't tell me. And we got rid of Rafa too, so we can... You'd think they'd be eavesdropping and have cameras and stuff. Is there no camera up there? Could have a hidden one, make you think like you're alone, but you're not. Or that guard isn't too far away, dude. Be careful. You'd think they would know. All the queens are also spirit mediums. In Koreanism, spirit channeling is a secret art that can only be performed by the queen. No one else is supposed to be able to do it. So what about Ami Faye? What about her, dude? Who came up with the technique? Was she a queen? Or what? Nobody's mentioned Ami Faye. Sounds like a retcon attempt to me. Power or authority? Yeah, even a little girl named Pearl Faye. Literally anybody named Faye. I guess we never saw Mia do it though. Or she even said she did it though. She had a communication with the dead to find out Red, White, and Marvin Grossberg's involvement in her mother's disgrace. Look bad if another country, a nobody. I gotta bite my tongue. I'm gonna keep saying the Ami Faye thing over and over. I should just put like a little thing on the top of the screen. This is a retcon. Ami Faye is the founder of the fucking technique. Yeah. That was brought to the US via Japan by your great-great-great-grandmother type of person, Ami Faye. Mention Ami Faye please for me. Developed from a Koreanist style that was brought to the US via Japan. Okay, that still doesn't change anything. My clan's spiritual power is greater than that of the average Koreanese. Even the queen? Quirk due to our styles diverge. But what happened to the founder being... I don't know. It's like it's just a niche technique based on this. But imagine not knowing this country existed. It just makes it so unbelievable that it really did. It's like, oh, it was closed off from the world. Like Pandaria and WoW. Ha ha ha. Nobody knew about it. Spirit channeling is a power possessed only by queens. Made its way down the line to mine. Not somehow. Not somehow. Her lineage is the founder of the technique. Queen Garan. I don't like this name either. Did we get the queen in our profile? We should get Inga too. We didn't get Inga or the queen. What the hell? It's odd. Distant relatives of Maya. I don't know how that would work. Wait, why did he think that? Only by queens. I don't know if that's how it works. I mean, was Ami Faye a queen? Is that what they're gonna tell me next? But then what's the point of being a medium if you can't channel? I thought everyone who's a medium should be able to channel at some point. What are you training for then if you're not supposed to channel? You're gonna become the master without being able to actually channel spirits. So what must this country think of you? Like, oh, that's why they say she's just seeking prestige. Oh, so Maya did something really strong-willed there. She doesn't mind getting shit talked to her by Rafa, saying that, oh, she's just seeking prestige, she doesn't have power, even though she's more powerful than anybody else, even the queen probably. She's biting her tongue because she knows. That's pretty good. I didn't think Maya had that kind of ability to set her pride aside that well. That was actually kind of amazing by her. Training here is a must to fulfill the qualification needed to be the master. So did your mother do that? Because she was the master right before. One's own volition and without fail every time. You already can do that. It was pretty much hit. It seems like you see it a lot more than that. No, that's not true. That's not how it works. Every single time, done whenever you want. But I thought you're not supposed to be able to do it at all. Because if you were, then the queens would be upset with you. This is a bit contradictory itself. She's supposed to hide the fact that she can channel spirits. But in order to train here, she has to be so good at channeling spirits that she doesn't fail ever. She succeeds every time. So we're getting kind of mixed messages here. Haven't tried channeling anybody. Can you do your sister for me real quick? Just be careful. I mean, your lineage is, you're kind of the only one left. The only other person who could do it would be Pearl Faye, right? What's that? The court system's unfair? Oh, the Seal Samurai. You're still thinking about that? Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm. And Twilight Realm is like hell, apparently. Her benevolence. She's back. Who cares about that? She just backed off for a while there. Off to the both of you. What could that be? Oh, the Steel Samurai thing? Plumed Punisher strap. Is this actually going to come into play as far as the murder in the case? There's only one of them in the whole world? What? It was specially made to promote the TV show, so why do you have it? But then why were you so proud of it being watched by everyone, known by everyone in the country? Yeah, you're not a good liar. I found a kindred spirit in a Plume Punisher fan. But why would they give away such a rare thing? Seal Samurai watch. Super rare watch that plays the Seal Samurai theme song when the alarm goes off. Huh. Full like that everywhere you go. Good thing they didn't confiscate it, at least you'd be pretty upset. It's gonna be the same theme song though, isn't it? That little pause there. It's a little bit different. Yeah, I agree with mine. It's a little bit different. It's like they're trying to justify to the player that, oh, it's not the exact same. Please don't think we're copying our own material. One of a kind strap plays the Plume Punisher. I wonder why this is relevant to anything. There's always some dummy piece of evidence like that. Like the screwdriver that turns out to be really important for Damon Gantz. Do I get to listen to it on demand? Oh, whenever I look at it, that's kind of cool actually. I got this for her Samurai watch. Pressing the Magatama. Is the person she exchanged it with maybe the escaped convict? No, that doesn't line up in terms of timing with my theory though. It's gonna be something weird like that. Traditional instruments, exotic sound makes it different. It doesn't sound exactly the same. It sounds like a remix at least. Yeah, you're not a music expert, dude. Ask Clavier Gavin to check it for you. That does sound like something that would happen. More like a movie idea, not a series idea, though. Would be kind of cool. Okay, that came out of nowhere. Okay. At least it doesn't seem like that'll be too big a part of the case. It'll be something small and minor. I don't even know how. I couldn't imagine how that'll tie into anything. Anything more you got to say? Phoenix really doesn't like him already. You can spot the liar, but you're not a good liar yourself. Is accused a number of times. I mean, you're watching me, so it should be your fault if that happened. Okay, good one. Good one, dude. See, this is her sarcastic face. I do like that. She's got a good sense of humor 75% of the time. Anything new? Let's see if she likes that strap. Will you be nicer to me if I give you the strap? She's mad. I desired it so dearly that I had all of our retainers dispatch multiple postcards for it. Wait, what? Oh, she used her power as the princess. She could have just confiscated it. See, that's the weird thing. People in positions of authority in this series, they seem like they would abuse their power, but they don't. Like, she could have easily just confiscated it. Maya's in jail for... as a murder suspect. You could easily just take it. Nobody's going to ask any questions. But they don't do it, just out of some principle that they do have. What else? Anything else new we didn't show her? Probably nothing new. Oh no, that's new. Escaped prisoner, very face of evil. Alright, give it a rest. Well, we just proved it wasn't all-seeing last case, didn't we? The first case. Mitama. I forget what that is, like your spirit type of thing? Soul. Express purpose of making me out to be a criminal. What else haven't we shown her? I think I've shown her most of this. I always have trouble remembering. I just want to go through every piece every single time I see somebody though. Then you don't want to miss something, even if it's just extra flavor. It's not like I need the help investigation wise, I just like being a completionist, you know. This is new too. Good point. Using this fletching. Hey, don't insult her. She's not that stupid. That was yeah, that wasn't necessary, dude. Even if she wasn't like an adversarial type, you don't have to be that mean about it. She gave a good explanation. Why you gotta be such a dick, Phoenix? I don't like how she's following me around so much though. Let's just look at each area again really briefly one time. A little stutter happens sometimes, I don't know why. There's nothing new. We did the Magatama thing. What did she even say? She said like, we got the letter, that's all she said. So it didn't confirm he was a rebel, it just confirms that she got the letter in the mail and didn't do anything about it. She's pretty irresponsible. Kind of hurts her credibility, but credibility doesn't exist in Phoenix, right? I just kind of want to go do a once over, not that I really think I missed anything. Just see if something happens or catches my eye. Whoops. See the plaza of devotion too. Dude, she's following me everywhere. Leave me alone, dude. She's my biggest fan. Can't blame you. Wait, why is that new? Oh, because I got the item for it? Wait, why are there new things? See, why are those Oh, that always triggers me. My OCD. Why is all this... Huh? How come these are all new interactions? A manhole. Somebody used it to escape. Yeah, what are you talking about, Phoenix? Yeah, they don't have a sewer system. They just poop out the window. And birds pick it up. Why is it giving me like it's a new thing? So confused. This is new. She's hungry? You should be able to get whatever you want. Dude, you're a princess. You can get whatever you want. Carved head farm. That's the whole point, isn't it? Yeah, she doesn't really feel like a princess. The fact that she's following me around like this, the fact that she's like begging for food. Wouldn't they just give it to her for free to curry favor with the royal family? Maybe there's like 100 princesses. Maybe I didn't catch that. She's just one of many. Oh, we didn't hear that last time. We already heard that it's a very scary call that can make people pass out. Encyclopedia. Why don't we just talk to her directly, dude? Why is it just different dialogue? Just because Albie's not with me and now she is instead? Bad I checked this then. I guess I could have missed that. Lions roar in order to scare them away. So it's like a parrot but with the animals. It can copy any animal thing. Nana. We don't have a profile for her, do we? No, I would have seen it. Why was Phoenix shocked that they had a sewage system? That was obviously an escape route though. Otherwise they wouldn't make a point of that. How ingenious. Go through the sewers. You got the bull and then this guy in the cape. Yak before, only in zoos. It's like the Brahmin thing. Worshipping Brahmin. What? Oh, you can turn them into something beautiful. That's a form of respect. I mean, they eat them, evidently, so... Yeah, that's everything here. It makes me actually want to check some of the other areas then. Would there be something different here, maybe? I feel like I'm missing something now. So they're still on their backs until after I win this case. So that means Zealot can't even testify? Or is that some contrived way to force the second day just to hear his testimony? I have no idea. Oh, that would be so stupid if that's why. Like, oh, we have to wait till he's done praying. I guarantee that's gonna happen too. The only reason you have a second day, I don't think there will be. I just get the feeling that it was a reasonably long investigation, so it might just be one good long day in court and that's it. It seems like they dislike multiple days in the newer games. Like Dual Destinies had very few second days, no third days. 0 third day trials, which kind of shocked me. And so I'm not even saying it's a bad thing. It doesn't matter how many days as long as it's good, you know, good content. It's fine, so you know, I think we're pretty good. We have good amount of evidence, everything's good. I don't know exactly what happened, but I've come up with a few good theories, so we went everywhere that we could possibly go. I still feel like I missed something here. Let me check again. You couldn't rotate this, could you? Yeah, I know, Phoenix. Come on, stop saying that. So that is the queen, I think we confirmed. Dude, there's something new every time. What the hell? Look at Zealot. We haven't heard much about the Zealot guy. Is he somehow going to be turned out to be involved? His alibi is that he's just laying there the whole time. Okay, let's look at them again. I don't get this mother and father thing. The queen doesn't seem terrifying. Actually, she does, because she has a subtle kind of power. That guy's too obvious. It's like he's a show-off, like a fake alpha. Something's too obvious about him being a bad guy. It makes me think he'll actually help you or something. So we already talked to Maya to our fullest. Let's just make sure there's nothing else and nothing new to examine. Seems like everywhere I go there's something new to examine again and again and again. Kind of drives me crazy. I don't like missing anything. Especially flavor text. This has to be the end of the day of trial. Wait, it looks like perfect daytime. The background doesn't really do you justice with that, Phoenix. I think we are. What are we gonna go over? We know, let's see what, let me do it myself first. Before Phoenix does, just to see, like, we know that the wife is the Lady Kira. We don't know for sure that Lady Kira is the killer here. We know that this guy is either a rebel, the victim is either a rebel, or he at least aided the rebels, he helped the prisoner escape. I'm 100% positive that's what he was up to. That's why he was killed, but it seems like he still succeeded. The guy with the beard is the rebel, possibly, I'm pretty sure, who escaped. Second in command guy. And then, well, how did he grow his beard and stuff so fast though? And did he really lose his memory? But whatever. So we know the victim, we know why he was killed, we know what he was up to. And we know the wife is Lady Kira for sure, 100%. I have no doubts. And there's some corruption going on behind the scenes. The justice minister is probably aiding and abetting Lady Kira somehow. Maybe the queen too. So yeah, that's my theory. From someone claiming to be Lady Kira. So the fact that he's claiming means they could be pretending to be. Well, they are pretending, but I mean, they could be pretending to be the rebel hunter. Oh, they could be framing. At the same time, they could be framing Lady Kira. So she really didn't do it. It's the fake one, obviously, anyway. But the fake real one didn't do the killing. Somebody's trying to frame the fake real one. That could be true too. I just thought of that when he said claiming to be. But what of it? Because he was helping to help the prisoner escape. Like, nothing else happened there, so what else could he have been up to? I'm telling you what it is, dude. It has to be. That's pretty typical for me. It always has before. But what if Lady Kira didn't do it, but she's being framed for it? And even if it is Lady Kira, we don't know who Lady Kira is, so that doesn't even help us. That's pretty standard, I don't even mind that. Oh shit. Yeah, well, whatever, you can do it again if you want. Do you know who I am? This is one of those moments. Like, do you know who Phoenix Wright is? Have your little Nana tell you. This guy beat a guy who was undefeated for 40 years and who was the most fearsome prosecutor in the history of the universe. You think your little fucking stupid psychic powers and your corrupt country are better than that guy? Because they're not. No. You should have undying faith in your own abilities, dude. And your dumb luck. Dude, I'm not intimidated at all. Yeah, please leave, dude. I've seen enough of you for one day. Yeah, you already failed once. But that would only make sense if you divined who was the killer in the first place. Maya was just arrested immediately. So now you're trying to back up a failed theory. Like, what if your findings don't match with the defendant that the police choose? I don't really get that. So-called Hall of Justice. Be my last trial and my last rights. I liked her at first, but I think we saw a little bit too much of her there. Flashback time. I liked the judge a lot. He was pretty fair, actually. He even kicked her out of the court. So will the judge get in trouble for doing that to a princess? It doesn't feel that different. Conclusive evidence. You shouldn't be anxious, dude. You've dealt with worse. What do you mean? What do you mean you're the only lawyer? Oh, is that what they said in the first case? Like, oh, nobody even bothers defending because they're afraid of the DC acting and everyone hates them. You're the only one? So all trials are just show trials, like, just for the sake of it. Nobody would question or dare to go against the priestess' findings or put their neck on the line. So the combination of those two things, defying the priestess and her predictions and her powers, and also facing the pressure of that guy Inga plus the DC Act, is enough to stop. That's a little bit extreme, though. You don't have to say there's no lawyers. There could just be very few. Well, if you do, it won't be the last thing you do. I guess we can do that tomorrow. I didn't think it would take that long just to get there. I think there'll only be one day in trial. I don't see how they could do much more than that. I guess you won't know. So far, obviously trial 2 I thought would go 2 days. The second case, but it didn't. It went 1 day and that was it. So, wasn't a bad day of investigation. I still like that second case's investigation better, but then they ruined it with the day in court, so hopefully the same doesn't happen here. This should be a very strong day in court. This is a perfect time to really impress the player and do something really good. And I didn't like that prosecutor either. He wasn't too impressive or interesting. He seems like a Clavier type, like he's just kind of a nice guy, good guy. Not that impressive or capable or intimidating. It's like they've given up trying to make prosecutors intimidating since Von Karma, really. Godot failed to be intimidating. Francisco wasn't clever enough. Black Quill, you kind of knew wasn't going to be bad. It was too obvious if he was bad because he's in chains, literally. And Clavier was too nice of a guy. So it hasn't really been about the prosecutor in a while. Obviously, Edgeworth doesn't even lower himself to these type of things. He might not even be in this game the way they're kind of in a different country. They name dropped him though. Phoenix said, "Oh, yeah, I'm friends with the chief prosecutor," as if that carries international weight. He's not like the chief prosecutor of the country. He's just of that district, right? Like Atlanta Sky was or whatever. But that's still impressive, obviously. So I wonder who was the chief prosecutor after Lana and between Edgeworth. There must have been somebody in. Oh, it was still. Wait. Blaze did. No, Blaze was before Lana. So as soon as Blaze stepped down, it must have went from Blaze to Lana to, and we have to scratch Red White saying Mr. Chief Prosecutor. Could just be his quirk, but they obviously didn't think of that yet because that case wasn't written. But assuming we scratch that, it went from Blaze to Lana to somebody to Edgeworth because Edgeworth couldn't have been immediately after, right? When Lana's proven innocent, she's still disbarred from being obviously chief prosecutor because she messed with evidence and stuff. So she goes and she does whatever. She's disappeared. So I wonder who was the chief prosecutor from then until Edgeworth. I don't think they've ever revealed that, have they? I guess it doesn't matter, but who do you think it could be? Like, what other prosecutors do we even know? It could be Blaze again. Maybe Blaze stepped back in the arena. That wouldn't really make sense either. I don't know.